We're here on Thanksgiving week and it's super popular here. We tried to park in the trailhead parking lot and we just couldn't get a spot. So thankfully we were able to get some spots to get a shuttle to this super popular trail called the Cathedral, right?
Amphitheater or cathedral?
Amphitheater, cathedral, and so it's just like really crowded here. It's like one of the more popular hikes in Sedona. So we're gonna break off and do a little bit of a loop to this trail called the High Line, which is a little less popular. But first we'll go up to the cathedral, check out the sights, and yeah, so it'll be cool. It's like 60 degrees today, so it's like perfect hiking weather.
What are you trying to track?
So we've been hiking on this trail called Baldwin and the High Line. They're pretty challenging. They're going up some really steep areas, and it was really rewarding to be hiking on these. They're super beautiful. Tomas has been getting a little bit of mountain biking in, so he's been tearing it up. So we're heading back to the car now. We're gonna be just kind of chilling out, getting the camp set up on some BLM land outside the town.
So I was watching through Aaron's catalog the other night and I went back to his, I think it's the first video on his channel. It's called Wheelers Who Wheel, Florida Men Go to Colorado. And the transformation is absolutely insane. In that video, this kid looks like he's the most shy, timid, like he's like Jonathan's doing this intro, like we're here in Colorado for Aaron's birthday, and Aaron's just like, and now he's just out here just like, hey, can you film me fucking do this thing really quick? Like he's just gotten a lot more confident on video. So I've liked to see the transformation. It's been cool.
So we found a campsite in Sedona. So we have a pretty nice view here. However, I don't recommend going and camping in Sedona. It's really prohibitive. I've noticed that the town itself has put in a lot of ordinances that prohibit camping and the facilitation of like van life at all. You're not allowed to park on pavement in a lot of places, and I think that's because there's a lot of access issues for the hikers, because those parking lots for hiking fill up really fast at the trailheads. There's like a $6,000 fine if you're caught camping inside like the city limits of Sedona or like just outside of it. So we were actually like 20 minutes outside of Sedona right now in some land. But even though this is BLM, they have like really strict no camping on most of this land as well. So we had to basically camp at this dirt parking lot, which is a campsite with like a bunch of RVs, and you know, it's not my ideal, but at least we're outside camping. The weather is way better than the first night we were in Sedona because we're in lower elevation, so that's working out. Check out Tomas's van. He'd been hanging out with me the first week or so when I started, and now he got some inspiration and upgraded a ton of stuff. I think this is a really cool build, and I'm excited for him to show it off.
So this van initially was used for us to tour in. So all that was in here was this bed. So it's just these 4x4s holding up this bed frame. This was all empty. And this was actually like a bench for all of like the band members to sit on. Ray and I wanted to start traveling in it together. So on Aaron's second week, we're like, how can we devise a way for us to live in it? After we got done with our summer season, I went into like upgrade mode, and Aaron had built like these crazy overland drawers for his build, and I was like, fuck, I wonder if I can do that for the van. So we ended up building some 6-foot drawers. So we got this one, and this one's the same thing, which I don't see these in vans a lot, especially leading into the interior space, but I wanted to be able to use all the space under the bed. So I built these big drawers. And then we got the fridge right here. I got the exact same fridge as Aaron, literally. I was like, which one did you get? And then the solar stuff is all mounted back over in this area against this wall. We have our inverter right here. And then I'll show you the back, because I guess that'll be... The solar batteries are down there in the subfloor, if you can see that. So this is phase 2 of the build. We're coming for Aaron's last week of his season for overland life. And hopefully by the first week of next season, we're gonna make all of our upgrades. So hopefully it'll be a lot more fun and functional by the next time you all get to see the van. This is what we got now. It's been really comfortable.
I'm out here in Sedona on Thanksgiving Day. I'm on some sort of black diamond hike right now. It's pretty straightforward. Has a really nice view of all these mesas, so it's really beautiful out here. I have some plans for cooking tonight. I'm gonna be solo, which is fine for Thanksgiving. It's actually my last night camping for the season tonight. It's definitely getting way too cold. Tonight will be comfortable. Last night was comfortable in my tent. But yeah, it's kind of like a big marker, right? It's like tonight is the last night camping. I still have a lot of adventure ahead of me. I'm gonna be hanging out in Florida with my buddy Steven for a couple weeks, then up to Philly, and then down to Austin. I'm gonna get an Airbnb down there and hang out in Austin, check out the city. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to adventure, parking my car, my truck in Vegas to kind of store it over the winter and then fetch it in the spring. So I've been bumming out because I'm at another campsite in Sedona that's just like this shared area with a bunch of RVs around, so not the remote site that I love to find. But this lady pulls up in a van and starts like walking to some different campsites with containers, and she walked up to me with a container and was like, hey, do you want a Thanksgiving dinner? And so it's just this big to-go container with turkey and mashed potatoes, a piece of pumpkin pie. So it's like so nice. She said that she used to live here for a year, like being homeless, and she just wanted to like spread some joy on Thanksgiving and like, you know, give some people some food for Thanksgiving that were out here camping. So I'm really thankful for that. She's so nice. The quickest tip for entering the Grand Canyon National Park on the South Rim: don't get in the left lane, so just stay in the right lane and you'll be able to distribute to like more lanes than just one, and everyone just gets stuck there. All right, so I finally made it to the Grand Canyon. I'm all the way out at this Hermit's Rest area. I just started this trail that goes down pretty far. It's pretty cloudy and it's been snowing a little bit. It's about 40 degrees out. I think it took me about 5 hours to get here from my campsite today. So it's been quite the journey. I'm probably gonna do like 4 miles or so round trip. It's a lot of elevation going up and down on this trail, but apparently it's gonna be worth it for the view. So super stoked on it. Apparently I'm the second person on this trail today that this one guy's seen, and he just came from the bottom. So not a lot of people are on this trail today. It's like a pretty unique trail, I suppose, pretty difficult. So I just got to the bottom of this canyon. I came from all the way up there. So there's a ton of elevation. So this is kind of different than a normal hike. A normal hike, I feel like you usually go up and then back down. This, you just go down first, and now I'm gonna have to trek back up in a second. I'm gonna go a little bit further on the trail because I think I'll see a really cool view. So I ran into this guy on the trail earlier, and he was telling me how there's this really cool hut and you can go in and sign the guest book, and I should go do it. And he wasn't sure how far away it was. So I'm up here on a slightly different trail overlooking this beautiful canyon, and I see the hut, I think. So I said to myself, all right, I'm gonna go there no matter how long it takes, because it's probably kind of far, but I got time. I got nothing else going on today, so why not go and check out this little hut and sign the book? So the park is super crowded today. Parking lot's full. I'm lucky I got a parking space. The bus was full. It took forever to get on the bus. And I was the only one to get off at the last stop and go and hike on this trail. So it makes me feel like I'm in like the 10% group of visitors that actually goes and hikes on these harder trails. You know, there's probably like a 1% group of visitors that go down and camp at the bottom next to the river. It's not me this year, but maybe some year I want to go and check that out. It'd be pretty cool. Sweet, I made it to the shack. Pretty stoked on it. I have a lot of ways up though. So it's the end of November and pretty cold out here. I'm pretty bummed because I found some really good camp spots on BLM land right outside of the Grand Canyon that I would have camped at, but the low up here at night or early morning, it's gonna be 27 degrees. I'm not willing to camp in 27 degrees. So I got myself a hostel in Williams, which is like maybe 45-minute drive down from the Grand Canyon. So I'm gonna be staying there tonight and the next night. Just a warm bed. I wish I could be camping, but just unwilling to do that in that cold. Man, the canyon is really beautiful with the sun hitting it. Just the way that the rock is formed. I'm pleased that I came. It's definitely an ordeal to get out here, but it's really beautiful on this trail. The hike was challenging, so. I'm getting ready for this helicopter tour of the Grand Canyon. I got the Imperial tour, which is like a little bit further, and we can see some more sights. So we're all prepped up. I got my flotation device ready to go. I even got the mustache for aviation. I'm super fortunate today. Super clear sky out, so the helicopter ride was amazing. Compared to yesterday, it was snowing and raining, overcast. So the views are awesome right now. I'm at this like kind of touristy area. I was also fortunate to get a parking spot at the visitor center. It's like super competitive to get parking spots there. And then the last thing that I was super stoked on was I got a front row seat for the helicopter tour today. So I got to see like the full view and take some really cool video and just see the Grand Canyon from above with my own eyes, which is an awesome time. All right, so I drove about 3.5 hours from the Grand Canyon this morning. I arrived back here at the Craft Boulders in Vegas. I noticed though that one of my solar panels ripped off the top of my roof. So good thing it's the end of the season. So I'm gonna have to solve that in the beginning of next season. Did some really great bouldering. I ticked off a V5 today, which is awesome. All right, I'm here at the end of my season. I am storing my vehicle in like a parking space. It's about $60 a month, like a self-storage spot. I'm in Las Vegas. So I prepared my vehicle, I disconnected the battery, I drained the water tank fully. I like took everything out of the rooftop tent, as well, just in case it gets moldy. I covered everything up with a blanket in the back, and I also backed the truck up to this brick wall so that hopefully my truck doesn't get broken into, but if it does, they're not going to be able to physically open the back trunk, and thus they won't be able to get into my drawers where some of my valuables are. So yeah, so it's kind of like crazy. I'm at the end of the season. I'm going to be jet setting around to a couple different cool spots in the winter months. Just, you know, too cold to be camping and stuff, and it'll be nice to have a break and see my family and stuff. So yeah, here we are, ready to go. See y'all later.